Hi, I am coming to you guys today because I wanted to share something with you that is happening right now that I think all homeschoolers need to be aware of. Now, it is specific to the state of Florida, but there are other states that are kind of involved with similar things like Texas, Arizona, West Virginia, and it is a bill that is in draft stages now, but it is called the HB1. Now, I'm going to go ahead and stick some links in the description box below. We do have the homeschool legal defense attorneys involved with this, HSLDA, as well as our amazing lobbyist, Brenda Dickinson. If you do not know who she is, her organization is HEF, Home Education Foundation. You need to read the letters that she's sending out and keep up to date with her. She is our only lobbyist in the state of Florida, and she has been supporting us for years. So both of those links are down in the description box below. And because this bill is in draft stages, it is changing daily. And it's something that you just need to follow and be aware of. It does specifically affect those students that are under the Step Up for Student, those scholarships. Now, those scholarships have to do with children with special needs, kids that have autism, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy. It also is a scholarship available to low-income students. So if your child, and this is specifically for homeschool, and so if your child is involved with any of these scholarships, you may be affected according to this bill. There's a lot of stuff in the bill. If you go through and read it, there's some links down below, or a link down below where you can actually read the bill and see what's going on right now. I really highly recommend you to do that. But I'm not going to talk about specifics. What I'm going to do is encourage you to get the information on your own, because there is a lot of complicated wording, and it's a little right now difficult because this video, you may watch it a week later and it totally changed because we're dealing with government right now. So those links are valid. Keep up with HEF and Brenda Dickinson, keep up with HSLDA, and keep up with what's going on legislative-wise, and I'll send those links down below. I will also, if I feel, whatever links I send down there, it's cool, right? Okay. But what I do want to just kind of encourage you right now, besides being informed, we need to be aware as homeschool parents of speculation and fear. So for example, in the bill, they're talking about these choice navigators, which basically means that there's a lot of confusion still. So, I mean, it's really hard to define, but it's this idea that kids that are on the scholarship, you're going to have a person come into your home and help you write some goals and plans for the following year, which for home educators, we don't really like that kind of stuff. We already have our portfolio evaluations, but the way the laws are written out, those portfolio evaluations really puts the parent in the driver's seat. We don't know what these choice navigators are. Now, me, being the person that I am, choice navigators, I got my teaching certificate. I'm going to try to become one. If that's really a thing and if it's something that I can do, because I really want to support parents out there and how they want to educate their kids. I do. I want to support you guys. So if I could be one of those choice navigators, if this bill is passed with that language inside of there, I will. I will try my best to do that to help support you. But with all that being said, that's all speculation because we don't really know. We need to watch it, right? And we need to not speculate. We need to not be so doom and gloom. We don't need to be a conspiracy theorist right now. What we need to do is follow it, get as much information as we can, and use wisdom when we're making decisions. Hi, this is me editing. I just felt like I did need to add something into this discussion because I totally skipped over it. Yes, we need to be informed, but also we need to be an advocate and we need to get involved with the government. So guys, I left the links down below, which I've said a million times. I know I'm in the middle of editing. But find out how you can get involved and what you can do to help in any way to support the homeschool community and to make sure the wording of this bill is done correctly in the way that you want to, because they're supposed to listen to us, right? So yes, get involved. I want to really stress that. Find a way to get involved. My biggest concern with all of this is speculation and fear. Now, the government does have, their laws in place and they're written out very nicely, but when we're not informed with how they work and the wording of those things, we start to speculate, assume, and fear creeps in. That's the biggest, that's it. It's fear. And we need to remind ourselves that we do not need to be afraid because God is actually the one that's in control. But we do need to be informed, and we need to be careful with spreading rumors and gossip and speculation and what ifs among our community. Be informed, be aware, and follow what's going on with the bill. Yes, there are some good things in the bill, but there are some things of concern, so to speak. And that is why I want to encourage you guys to especially follow Brenda Dickinson through all of this, because she is working so hard right now. I was even thinking about having her on this channel to discuss her things, but I don't even want to ask her, because I know right now she is swamped with doing her job as our only lobbyist for homeschoolers in the state of Florida. So all we can do right now with Brenda is we need to pray for her, and we need to support her financially. Or if there's something on her website, if you read that letter, she's actually saying, if you have any ideas, please email me with ideas. If I did email and reach out to her that way with a very short email, just saying, how can I help? And if I find out any ways that I can help, I will spread that information to you guys, whether it's making phone calls, making visits. I know some people will go down to Tallahassee. In her letter, it does seem like people have done that. So I would just kind of pray about this and see if there's anything that the Lord wants you to do to come alongside and support homeschool families. If there's something politically you can do to come alongside, of course, always be respectful to those people in the government. As much as you may or may not agree with them, they need to be respected just like any human being, and they're less likely to listen to us when we're just fuming mad. And that goes with pretty much everything. So basically, to sum it up, check out those links that I left in the description box below. Share this video with your friends, and also really watch what we're saying to each other. This is not something to be terrified of at all. I mean, most of us are Christians, and we have a God that is so much more bigger than the government. And I have some thoughts on some predictions of what I have in mind. I have some predictions, okay? There's some things that I think may or may not happen with this bill, and if navigators do fall into place, but I do not feel like this platform is necessarily a comfortable place for me to share those things. If you know me personally, just ask me. I'll talk your ear off. I have lots of thoughts. So I do, because I've been in the system. I've been in the education system, and I've played their games, and I've seen how they work. And so I do have some predictions based on past experiences. But like I said, again, I'm going to stress it. Do not be afraid at all. And do not pull all the what ifs out of your pocket. You still have the right to homeschool the way that you want to homeschool. If you want to homeschool with just the Bible, you have that right. The good news is that this bill does not infringe upon the homeschool laws in the state of Florida. That's the great news. But it does cause some concerns for those of us that are on that scholarship, for our children that have disabilities and special needs. And we need to open our ears and listen to see what's going on and see, do we want to keep the scholarship, or is it something that we want to give up? We need to pray on it. We need to think about and watch the bill, because we really don't know what's going to happen until that bill is passed. And even after it's passed, they still have to do all the things to get things in order. Now, the bill does state that things are going to go into effect when it comes to the choice navigators starting January 1st, 2024. And that's just something to keep in the back of your mind. But look, like I said, look through the bill. Feel free to leave comments, but please, please, please be respectful of this platform, because I'm very sensitive when it comes to political issues and people's opinions, because we have a lot of opinions, but we need to look at the facts of what's going on with this bill. So there you go. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Do not fret. Do not fear. God is in control of this, and just be informed. All right. Have a wonderful day. Bye.